welcome to a new episode of the Food Journey. Today I'm going to show you how to make kimchi. I'm going to share my secret recipe with you. So what you're going to need is some napa cabbage that I have already cut in small pieces. You want it to be pretty thin, like maybe a 1/4 inch, and or maybe 1/8 of an inch. I don't know how big it is. Really small. And then I have some carrots that my beloved shredded, really thin, it's really good. Also, onion and some green onion. This is wild green onion that's growing just out in the front yard. And maybe you have some too if you're somewhere kind of in the countryside. They're growing at this moment. It's always good to add some wild food in your plate. We also have this special ingredient that I don't usually put in, but it's bamboo shoots that were also harvested in the front yard. And what else? Usually I put daikon radish, but this time I don't have some, so it'll be fine. Last time I only did daikon and it still worked. So the green onions, I'm gonna put some just like this in pieces, but I also use some for the sauce. And here I have some garlic and ginger, and my secret ingredient is orange juice. This one has been pasteurized, flash pasteurized or whatever. It's not ideal, but like this is what I have, and I think it's gonna be fun because instead of using sugar, which is like, you know, maybe you could get raw sugar, but I like to use the sugar from fruits. It adds a nice flavor, and yeah. So I'm gonna put all of these ingredients to make the sauce first. If you have a really good blender, you can put this whole thing in, but if you don't, I would suggest you grate it on the smaller grating part of the grater, because you don't really want chunks, you really want something fully liquid. And same for the garlic. I would grate it if I had a less good quality blender. And then this is about 1 onion, or maybe like 3/4, and a bunch of green onions. But I'm gonna save a little bit, like there's already some with my carrots, but I'm gonna put a little bit more here. And the orange juice. Here we go. And now I'm gonna blend this. Wow, it looks so good. So now that I have my sauce, which I also forgot to say, you can put tamari or coconut aminos, but if you don't have any of those, you can also just put salt, which is what I'm going to do right now. And even if you put coconut aminos or tamaris, it's good to have some salt because it will help the fermentation be exactly the kind of bacteria that you want, because if you don't, have the salt, you might have some surprises. Okay, this should be enough. So that's what, a teaspoon, like 2 teaspoons, I don't know. So now I'm gonna put everything together. Some carrots. And
Robert, you were nice enough to make the stew.
So I'm just gonna put all this Napa cabbage in layers with the carrots so it mixes really well. It's fun, you can use your hands if they're clean. Yeah, that makes it way easier. And I'm actually gonna start putting the sauce in as well. Also, if you want it spicy, you can add some cayenne pepper or just any kind of pepper that you like. But the ones that are really good are the Korean red peppers, gochujang, which I don't have right now, but this is still gonna be amazing, believe me. I've made this plenty of times and it's still gonna be good, don't worry. But just to let you know, there's options. It's like a lasagna. Kimchi lasagna. And I think I'm gonna need more salt and more orange juice because we want more liquid, and the salt is gonna make the cabbage have more liquid out. My nose is running because of onions. Orange juice. Okay. Now I just need a big spoon. Yeah, looking good. So we really want enough liquid that it's going to be completely submerged. So, yeah. Let's see how it goes. Looks good, eh? Stop it. Now that this has been mixed in very well, there's still, the juice is not all the way to the top, but it will really help to put it in a container that's more, I don't know how to say that, like less wide. So I'm gonna transfer all of this to this pot here. If you have like a really big mason jar or something, it would be perfect, but just do whatever you can with what you have, basically. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be so good. Oh my god. Can't believe I'm gonna juice fast right now. Okay. This is going down. You can feel the onions. So now, I'm just pushing it gently or maybe firmly down to make sure the liquid goes all the way on top. And after that, I'm gonna get probably a plastic bag, fill it with water, or maybe just a plate. Like I could even use this and put it down and like make it take all the weight, and then so that the water goes on top, the liquid, the sauce goes on top, because we really don't want any of the veggies to be in contact with the oxygen, because then they're gonna be moldy. And yeah, this is really good, just like that. So this kimchi is gonna be fermenting for 2 to 3 days, maybe 4 days if it's cold in your house. And make sure you taste it after 2 days and after 3 days. And after that, you can put it in the fridge and it's gonna keep fermenting, but way more slower. And once it's in the fridge, you can just put it in a jar which has a lid or something, and it's gonna be all right, it's gonna work. It's gonna be delicious. What else? I think that's it for the kimchi video. I want to say I really like kimchi personally because it's a really slower fermentation than sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is about a week, or maybe 3 weeks actually. Some people do, yeah, I think it's 3 weeks. And so this is way faster to have a result, and it's really easy not to mess up, because if you have 3 weeks, you have more time for maybe some other bacteria to get in and make it get moldy or not work out. But if it's only 3 days, if you look at it every day, you can make sure that it's gonna still be good. It's easier to do, in my opinion. And you can make it spicy, you can make non-spicy, you can also have fun with the different spices. I like to add rosemary sometimes, or any kind of herb, or daikon, or anything you like, any other vegetable you like. And it's also really good for digestion because it has more gut bacteria, I guess, that will help digest the veggies. I'd rather just eat some fermented veggies than non-fermented, because they will just digest way better for me. So that's like a really good way if you want to consume some cabbage and carrots, to do it in a fermentation. And so after that, you can also use the juice of the kimchi for anything, in any of your sauces or recipes, because there's always extra juice, and it's really good. You can also drink it for good probiotics. But yeah, I will come back and do more recipes just from the kimchi juice. That'll be good. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have questions, comments, if how you make your kimchi, if you tried it. And if you like the video, you can subscribe, you can like like the video with the thumbs up, and I'll see you later.